Dye-free coloring using fruit, vegetable, or spice extracts, e.g. beet, turmeric for color. That's a fantastic idea. Creating natural food coloring from fruits, vegetables, and spices is a healthy and vibrant alternative to synthetic dyes. It's a rewarding process that relies on simple, accessible ingredients. The ultimate guide to making natural food dyes at home. Forget the mysterious ingredients. We're going to dive into your pantry and fridge to pull out incredible, intense colors. This is the natural way to color your frosting, doughs, and desserts. Phase 1, gathering your color arsenal. This first step is all about prep work. Think of it as choosing your paint palette and getting your brushes ready. The better the ingredient, the brighter your final dye will be. 1, pick your pigment powerhouses. You need ingredients that are absolutely packed with color. Here are the stars of our show. Here are the best natural ingredients to use based on your color goals. Natural color goals and their pigment powerhouses. When you're trying to achieve a specific shade naturally, here's what you should reach for and why it works. For vibrant red or pink, ingredient beets either fresh or in powdered form. Why it works, they are packed with a resilient pigment called betanin that is incredibly stable and produces intense reds and pinks without much flavor impact. For sunny yellow or orange, ingredient turmeric. The powder is the easiest to use. Why it works? This spice contains curcumin, a super strong yellow compound that delivers powerful sunny color with very little effort. For earth green, ingredient spinach, or the convenient powdered form matcha green tea. Why it works? These ingredients are full of chlorophyll, in the Cape, in the green engine of in the plant world, and giving you a reliable deep green hue. For deep blue or purple, ingredient red cabbage or butterfly pea flower. Why it works? These are fascinating because they contain anthocyanins, pigments that dramatically change color depending on the pH, like in acidity or alkalinity of your mix, allowing you to achieve both deep purples and true blues. For classic brown, ingredient cocoa powder, unsweetened, or strong brewed coffee tea. Why it works. These are reliable, easy to find, and add a great rich flavor alongside the color. 2, kitchen tool prep. Don't worry, you probably have all of this already. Pots for the cooking stage. Blender food processor to make mush out of hard veggies like beets and carrots. Straining tools. This is key. You need a fine mesh sieve and some cheesecloth or a clean, thin kitchen towel to separate the pure color from the pulp. Storage, small jars or little dropper bottles for the finished product. 3, getting your ingredients ready. Before we cook them, we have to break them down so the color can escape. For roots and veggies, beets, carrots, or wash them well, peel if needed, and give them a rough chop. Small chunks are better for blending. For greens or spinach, just wash and toss them in. For powders, turmeric, matcha, these are ready to go. You can often skip the main cooking step. Phase 2, extracting and concentrating the color. This is where the magic happens. We're literally boiling the color out of the plants and reducing it down to a powerful syrup. 1, the gentle boil. We want to simmer, not furiously boil, to keep those delicate colors from burning or oxidizing. The golden rule, use as little water as possible. You want a dense color, not colored water. A good starting point is about 1 cup of chopped veggies for 1 to 2 cups of water. The process, put your chopped ingredient and water in a saucepan, bring it to a boil, then immediately drop the heat to a low simmer. Cook time, simmer gently for 30 to 60 minutes. You're done when the liquid has reduced by half and the vegetables look pale and tired. They have given up their color. To the strain and clarify, we need a perfectly clear liquid, free of any grainy bits that could mess up your frosting. The first pass, Pour everything through your fine mesh sieve. Use a spoon to press down hard on the mushy pulp to squeeze out every last drop of colored liquid. The second pass, highly recommended. Take that strained liquid and pour it through a layer of cheesecloth or a coffee filter. This catches the superfine particles and leaves you with a beautifully clear, pure dye. 3. Making it super concentrated. The strained liquid is great, but we need it stronger. This step is key to avoiding watery icing. The reduction. Put the strained liquid back into a clean pot. Simmer it uncovered over low heat for another 10 to 30 minutes. Gold consistency. Watch the liquid reduce. You want it to become noticeably thicker than water, and almost like a thin syrup or an intensely colored glaze. It should coat the back of a spoon. The thicker it is, the less you need to use, and the less it will change your recipe's texture. Phase 3, color tweaks and smart storage. Some colors need a little chemical nudge. Don't worry, it's safe to achieve their final hue. We'll also make sure your dye lasts. 1, playing with pH, the red cabbage trick. Red cabbage is a pH wizard because its pigment, anthocyanin, changes color based on acidity. This is how you get 3 colors from 1 ingredient. Start with cabbage. Extract your purple blue liquid using the steps above. For vibrant pink red, add a few drops of lemon juice or white vinegar acid. Watch the purple instantly shift to a gorgeous pink. For true blue teal, add a tiny pinch, less than 1 by 8 teaspoon of baking soda. It will fizz slightly and turn blue. Be careful. Too much baking soda makes the color dull and can taste a little soapy. 2, stabilization and stashing. You've worked hard, now let's make it last. Cool down, let the concentrated dye cool completely before bottling it. The preservation boost. Optional. To extend the life to a few weeks, stir in a small splash of white vinegar or a high-proof clear spirit like vodka. This tiny bit of acid or alcohol helps fight off mold. Storage. Pour the finished dye into small, clean, airtight jars. Fridge life. Liquid dyes are good for 1 to 3 weeks in the refrigerator. Always check for mold before using. Freezer life. Best option. Pour the concentrate into ice cube trays and freeze. Once solid, pop the cubes into a freezer bag. They will keep for 6 to 12 months. Phase 4, using your natural colors. Natural dyes behave differently than the gels you buy at the store. Here are the best ways to incorporate them. 1, working with the liquid concentrate. Go slow. Always remember you are adding liquid. Add the dye just a few drops at a time and mix well. Natural colors develop over a minute or 2, so wait before adding more. Mind the texture. If you are coloring something sensitive like royal icing or macaron batter, you are adding extra moisture. To compensate, you might need to slightly reduce another liquid component in the recipe, like the milk and buttercream, or add a tiny bit of extra powdered sugar or flour to rethicken it. Best uses: icings, thick batters like cakes or pancakes, smoothies, and drinks. 2, the power method, a secret weapon. If you have a recipe that absolutely cannot handle extra liquid, like chocolate or delicate frostings, make a powder. How to make powder. Take your super concentrated liquid from phase 2. Spread it in a very thin layer on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Bake it in the oven at the lowest possible temperature, around 150 degrees Fahrenheit, for several hours until it's completely dry and brittle like glass. Then grind the brittle chips into a fine powder using a coffee or spice grinder. Best uses: you can add this powder directly to dry ingredients, flour, sugar, or mix it into a thick dough or frosting without altering the texture at all. That's it. You are now a master of natural dye-free food coloring. Enjoy your vibrant, healthy kitchen creations.